how have I already been at Real Broker for 2 years? It's honestly mind-blowing, and as I was thinking about creating this video for you, I was just kind of reflecting on where I was 2 years ago with making that switch, and I'm going to share with you that here in this video. I'm going to give you literally a no fluff overview of my last 2 years at Real Broker, my experience, a lot of my Zoom calls that I do with real estate agents. I'm going to share a lot of the top questions that I get asked. So stay tuned for that. Want to schedule a Zoom call with me? We can chat about you, where you are at in your real estate journey, what your goals are. I'm happy to share my experience with you. I can go in more in depth with my 2-year experience with Real Broker. I can also share my screen with you. I can share with you our platform where we upload transactions, how we receive support, what the training looks like, Real Academy. I can share with you the stock portfolio opportunities. What else? The marketing aspect of Real, just like this amazing AI technology that they have embedded in our platform is unbelievable. And I'm happy to share my screen and do a Zoom call with you, completely confidential. Nobody has to know that we got on a call, and there's no obligation to join. If you're just literally curious, just browsing brokerages, I'm happy to share with you all the things. Let me just dive in, give you a little background of where I was 2 years ago when I was exploring Real Broker. And I'm going to make this part super quick. I was with Keller Williams, which I did a video that is honestly, I think, my top performing video on YouTube, which I forget what the title is exactly. I think like why I left Keller Williams for Real Broker. I'll put it up here on the screen. You can go back, you can watch this video. And this was like right after I switched to Real Broker. And so that's really cool to be like 2 years later and sharing with you my honest review here in this video. I'm going to share with you just kind of where I was 2 years ago. So I've been in the business now for almost 10 years. I was at Exit Real Estate Gallery here locally for 6 years. And then I switched to Keller Williams, and I was with Keller Williams for 2 years. And in that video, like I shared with you guys, like my honest feedback of Keller Williams, nothing negative to say about it. I thought it was really fabulous for that time in my life, but it just wasn't simply for me. Where I was 2 years ago was I was paying a lot of money to the brokerage. I think it was like $23,000 a year. They had monthly fees, they had transaction fees, and I already have a transaction fee. It was like it's $450 per transaction, and so to add an additional, I believe it was $199, like these fees were just adding up, right? And I wasn't seeing the value myself personally in my business. When I saw the opportunity with Real, I decided to make the jump. I know that they have really phenomenal training for newer agents. I think for me in the office that I was in, I was known as the social media girl, and y'all know I love helping other female real estate agents. I mean, you do not even need to be with Real. You can call me, text me, send me a voice memo, send me an email. I am going to help you. I think it is very important to have other people help me. I need to grow. I need to learn. And I felt like I wasn't getting that at the brokerage I was at. And I kept seeing 2 years ago, so many of my realtor friends all over the US who do so much more than I do on social media, on YouTube, and they're doing it at a much higher level. And I felt like I wanted to learn from them. I want to be surrounded by them because it keeps you motivated. It keeps you excited. It keeps you accountable. And that's what I was looking for. And so since joining, you know, that was what I was interested in. I was interested in lower fees, and I was interested in learning. And so the revenue share aspect, the stocks aspect was not anything that I was interested in at the time. I'm just now diving in almost 2 years later because I just started the Hive and honing in on revenue share a couple months ago. So I feel as though like I just am very relatable, I think, from the conversations that I'm having with other real estate agents and where they're at with their business. I don't know why. I thought that would be helpful to share with you guys. Hopefully it was. But let me just get into one of the questions that I get asked the most, and that is if you are a brand new real estate agent, should you join a virtual brokerage? And I feel as though like I just cannot give a yes or no answer for every single person because I feel like everybody is so different. But what I do share with this question is my experience. Let me share with you, and hopefully this will be helpful with answering this question. You guys will have to let me know below in the comments. But okay, so basically, like when I first was a brand new real estate agent, I was in like the most hustle mode you can imagine. I felt like I needed to be successful in order to survive. And I know that sounds really intense and a lot. And I know that a lot of real estate agents that I talk to that are brand new aren't feeling that way. Like they have their spouse to help them, or they have another job. Like they're not 110% in like I was. And I'm going to share with you my experience. So I was at a brokerage where we had a local office, and I wanted to surround myself by other real estate agents. So I made sure I was in the office. I was asking people, hey, do you want to door knock together? Do you want to cold call together? Let's do open houses together. I used to do 3 open houses a weekend. I didn't have past clients, but I would put on networking events with other real estate agents. And I really put myself out there. Now, and I also went to a lot of the trainings like within the office. So I feel as though, okay, could I have been successful at a virtual brokerage? And my answer is yes, because I was not going to let anything take away my success. I was determined to be successful. And I think that if that is you, you will be successful no matter where you go, no matter what brokerage you go to. If you double down, do what you're supposed to, you're resourceful with finding answers, you have a broker to ask those contract questions, you can be successful at any brokerage. It just looks a little bit different. Like for me, I was able to go into an office, see if people were going to be there. I was like texting the other agents that I knew to see, are you going to be there? Do you want to meet up? Do you want to meet up in the office today? Do you want to work? Because most agents aren't just working in the office every day. And, I would have to reach out to people to see if they were going to be going to the office. I had to reach out to people to, hey, do you want to meet up at a coffee shop and work today? Like I look back at my Facebook memories, I was in coffee shops like every other day getting work done. And, I feel as though like with hosting open houses and cold calling and door knocking, like I was reaching out to agents to do that with, but you don't have to be at a place where you have this office in a plaza. A virtual brokerage, it's essentially the same steps. You're reaching out to people, seeing if they're available to do these things with you. And so I think for me, I know I would still be successful with a virtual brokerage. When it came to the training, it would actually be nicer because with the trainings, I didn't have to drive 20 minutes to the office and then 20 minutes back to go to the trainings. I can watch the Real Academy trainings that they have. I can watch so many replays that they have. Like we didn't have these training replays at the brokerage that I was at. And now we have hundreds and hundreds of replays of trainings taught by agents who are producing at a high level. They're elite agents at Real Broker. And at the time, when I was a brand new agent, the person who was doing the trainings was the broker who was not a producing agent, and there were no replays. So if you weren't able to make it to that training, you missed out. Unless someone took notes for you, like you missed out. There was no replay, and there was no way to go back and watch previous trainings. So to me, I feel like there's a lot of benefits with the virtual brokerage if you're wanting to learn. There are, no matter where you're located, there are other real agents there to collaborate with. And honestly, they don't even need to be with Real Broker. They can be with Keller Williams. They can be with, what are the other brokerages? Coldwell or Watson's really popular here. And I feel as though it's just you. It's you that has to make the effort to do the trainings, to show up, to collaborate, to do the co-working sessions. Like right now, I'm headed to, this isn't to call anybody out because there are no requirements with the Hive that like, oh, you have to meet up with us to do a co-working session. I just want to have that opportunity there for that agent that wants to meet in person with me or wants to meet in person with other real estate agents who are within Real, and for us to collaborate, work together, all that stuff. So like today, right now, I'm headed to go do a co-working meetup session with the Hive agents, and we've had this day and time in the calendar, and all this morning I'm, getting text messages of like, I can't make it, I can't make it, I can't make it. And it's like, that's totally cool. Like, no worries at all. This is not mandatory to meet up, but I think some people don't prioritize that. One, it might not be important to them right now, and that's totally cool. But two, it's like some of these people had said they really want to meet up. They really want to be around other real estate agents. They want to collaborate. They want to do the co-working meetups, but then they still don't show up. So, I mean, there are agents that are going to be meeting me and that do show up. So like, this is no hate on them. I think it's important to point that out, that if you make it a priority, these opportunities are there for you just as much as if you were at a brick and mortar office. Okay, that's my honest opinion. So I think I would have been successful at Real as a brand new real estate agent because I am resourceful and I meet up with other agents and I ask for help and feedback and all of these things. And if you're not that type of person, you might not be successful at any brokerage. Okay, that is the hard, honest truth about this question. I want to share with you like my 2-year honest review, and that is I truly receive more support here at this brokerage than I have at other brokerages. And I want to share with you just like kind of what that looks like, very, very high level quickly in this video, but there is onboarding support. So when you fill out the link, I'll post it below, you fill out the link to join Real Broker. Also, this link is really helpful because it does break out the entire Real structure. So if you're just curious about the splits and the no fees and just how everything is set up as far as revenue share, stocks, etc., you can click the link below and get all those details. And this is the link that you click to go fill out an application to join Real. But what was I getting into? Oh, and then once you sign up with Real, you get onboarding support with getting everything set up. So you have like someone there holding your hand, helping you throughout that whole process. You also have transaction support. So when you upload a transaction into the portal, you're able to communicate with people. They can see your documents. You can ask questions. You can email them directly through the portal. So that's really nice. There is also additional admin support, which I would say this is honestly who I'm reaching out to most. And it's just a simple email. There is a phone number, but I'm just sharing my experience. I typically just email them, which is support@therealbrokerage.com, with any like random questions that I have. And they are fabulous with their response. Typically, they send me a video back of them talking or them like in my portal, sharing my actual screen, showing me exactly where to find maybe the answer to my question. It's not like they're just like sending me some forum of like, here you go, read all this and figure it out. No, they're very, very helpful. They respond back in a very timely manner. And the same thing with the brokers. Like if you have something contract specific or a scenario, right? And you need broker assistance with that, you have that. Every state has designated brokers to help the Real agent. So have support from the other Real agents. We have a platform that we're able to communicate with everyone on. And it also has groups, kind of like Facebook does, where we have like a Florida state group. We have a Northeast Florida state group. So you can like easily message other real estate agents, see if anyone is interested in meeting up for co-working or to do an open house together. Or if someone is opening an open house, like if someone has a new listing and you want to do an open house for them, like you can communicate with everybody through this dashboard very, very easily. And then you also have the support from the other agents who are with me at Real underneath the Hive. So I already created a video on what the Hive is. I'll plug it up here. You can kind of share some more details. You can follow us on Instagram, which is thehive_real, so that you can follow along with us on Instagram, see the stuff that we're doing and the other things that the other agents are doing. And I have people that I've sponsored all over the US, like honestly, some genuinely amazing real estate agents. So just go check that out. Okay, I feel like I'm talking so fast, but I'm running late to this co-working meetup. So let me just look at my notes real quick and make sure that I just kind of like bing, bang, boom, the last couple things that I wanted to mention. So as a company, Real has been growing and introducing new tools, including some really great tech advancements like Leo Copilot, which offers us a streamlined support with everyday tasks. It's all about making our lives as agents easier, and I couldn't be happier with the direction we're headed. So I wrote this out because I'm truly so impressed by the technology that Real offers. You do not need to be tech savvy. I'm honestly not tech savvy. It's very user friendly. Everything is laid out so nicely. And again, like I mentioned, we can do a Zoom call. I can share with you the dashboard. And okay, so I think I just wanted to mention that like the support has been incredible, a lot of really great technology within the brokerage, which I can dive in deeper if we get on a call. Now the Hive, back in July, I had this idea to create a community just for women in real estate, a place where we can genuinely connect and support each other. And since then, the Hive has grown into something really special to me. We've been doing local co-working meetup sessions, which have been amazing. And I'm even considering adding a virtual one so that we can connect with everyone. So if you are in California or New York or Tennessee, like we can just hop on this Zoom call and co-work together, ask feedback, and just like have this accountability time every month maybe to where we get on and we can just like ask each other questions or just set this designated time to keep us accountable to like sit at our computer and get work done. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Okay, but we also hold a monthly mastermind call. It's the first Wednesday of every month where we dive in deep on what's working, what's not, and truly help each other grow. And the last one, we actually had a special guest, Kayla, who shared so much wisdom about goal setting for the new year and really honed in on the 12-week year book, which if you've not read, you have got to read this book. I love the way that it's structured where you're not just making these massive yearly goals, you're breaking it up to 12 weeks, which makes it more attainable. Okay. And one of the exciting things we've introduced with the Hive is the 2025 Client Connection Kit, which I'm giving to the Hive members for free. I already have. They've already like been in the dashboard, starting to get to work on things. This kit includes everything you need for the year, including templates, nurturing strategies, lead follow-up plans, and it's a month-to-month breakdown of mailers and pop-bys. It's designed to make connecting with clients seamless and effective without feeling overwhelmed. I will share the link for that below if you wanted to grab this. You need a plan for 2025. I have solutions and strategies for everything. So I give you a month-to-month strategy, January through December, and I'm also providing additional accountability. Each month it looks a little bit different. It might be a template, something to send to a past client or a potential client on providing value, like showcasing that you are the real estate advisor for them, educating them on their home value or what's going on in their neighborhood. Each month looks different, right? So sometimes it's more of an educational item that month, but sometimes it's something fun like a Popeye gift or a holiday card. So let's just kind of break it down simply. If you want more details, I will share the link below, but the Hive agents get this for free. I need to wrap this up, put a pretty bow on it, and call it a day. So I hope you enjoyed sharing my experience